think it's about time to get into the match. Let's go on over to the commentary desk where Leaf and Finable Carpet are waiting with a commentary for G2 Esports versus NRG. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, Axel. I'm playing some hot seat right now, and yours is looking pretty comfy. Might have to shuffle over there.
Keeping it nice and warm. Keeping it nice and warm.
But we have a great match. We just saw NRG play, and they actually are playing very strong. They came from a deficit in the series. They're up against G2, who is 0-3 in league play right now. We've seen them do this before. Back when they were named iBuyPower, they were, not considered to do too well in the finals there of Season 1, but they came back and won it. Can they do it again?
Right now, essentially, the result of this game will either give them a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, or they'll be one step closer. They'll have one more foot in the grave. It's a big game for them. Pretty much every single game from here on out is huge for G2, because if they don't take this, then they're too dependent on how other teams do as well. They're too dependent on if other teams start winning and are able to get the victories they need to try and pull ahead. NRG, their biggest hill I want them to try and climb this game, or at least I want to see them trying to, is tightening up that defense. Having too many people go under the same defensive touches G2 will definitely punish them.
Well, we'll see if they can pull back. Game number 1 in this best of 5. G2 Esports NRG, our second series of today, week 3 of the league play in the RLCS Season 2. Can G2 mount this comeback? Show us what they showed us in Season 1. We'll find out as both teams try to get that first goal. NRG coming off a strong series before. All warmed up. G2 hopefully get that pace up quick, but Jacob already starting to get a play started up here as NRG moves on to offense. G2 trying to kill that one out quickly. Kronovi the last there. Has to get it past Sad. He does get a little bit of a nose on that one to keep it at midfield as Jacob and Fireburner now move on the attack. Good contest from Lichinio. Pushes that up the wall. Kronovi, though, but a bit of a weak touch there is going to set that one down for Sad Jr. As they move back down the other way, there's a shot. Jacob trying to finish it off. What a stop from Lichinio. Very hard to read those. Very good play from NRG coming out. Passing play now. Kronovi, good control to Lichinio. Off the backboard, can Overzero finish it a little bit too high. No finish there and a wide open net opportunity for NRG. And Jacob doesn't get the steal. I totally thought he would.
That was the opportunity for G2 to capitalize on. Overzero had the angle, he had the shot, but he came up a little bit too early. Maybe a little bit too fast to try and get a prediction, try and beat out NRG, which is definitely something you want to do, especially get the team so fast. But Kronovi expecting Overzero to at least get some kind of touch was just too close.
As you said, absolutely have to capitalize on those, especially if you're committing every single player to that play. Now NRG sets up 1-0 in the series as they try to get another play started up here, but G2 moving back down. Passing play started up here. As they try to move it forward, can Lichinio get a solo play? Not quite. We saw a post via Stev comparing G2 from their Season 1 performance to now, and people were mentioning it looks like they're going for more passing plays, and we have seen that so far out of G2 in this series. It's just, can they finish it, or are they going to have to revert back to their solo style, as any single one of these players could go off at any single moment here. As G2 tries to get it past that midfield line. Kronovi up, but Jacob following through, looking so good. Good follow through upside down to get that one to the side. Saw him do that earlier in the series. Nice long clear there from Fireburner as they try to transition onto offense. No complete transition there with a shot though. Kronovi gonna find the back of the net.
Kronovi sitting back patiently, setting up a play for himself, getting a hard clear, then Sad Jr. getting a really weak touch. He had time to retreat back, maybe have another player come up for that, but instead, he tried to get the weak touch, put it towards the middle, giving Kronovi just a wide open target.
Now all tied up 1-1, approaching that halfway mark. G2 still looking pretty strong. I like to see passing plays coming out here. A finish to them will be all that they need, and I'm sure they know that. Making sure they don't overcommit like they did on that first goal. NRG on an attack. Sad Jr. finds the far side, but Kronovi just keeps that one out. An epic save as they transition quickly onto offense and get a shot on net in front of the net, but no one there to capitalize on it. Being in the box, Lichinio is going to rush back as Overzero and Kronovi work that midfield. There's Lichinio, who misses that corner. That is going to go out to Sad Jr., who forces its way down to that midfield line again. A back pass from Overzero to Lichinio. They can start up another play, but Fireburner intercepting, gets in the way. A minute has passed. No goals have been scored since the last one now, but a passing play for NRG. Jacob tries to get the read, but a little bit too far. He will get reset, or sorry, get a Demo on Kronovi, killing offensive pressure from G2 as they end up back down into their own end in the corner here as they try to get control. Sad Jr. just being a nuisance, getting in the way, and sometimes that's all you have to do to buy some time for your teammates as they get boosted up.
He wanted to make sure his teammates had time to try and turn into offensive positions because a lot of times
Jacob just rolling it past, gets a nice soft touch to find the bottom corner.
This is just reading the ball well. That's all he really did. He just read it off that backboard perfectly, put it towards target. I think it was Lachinio that tried to come out and meet that from the net, and he just a little bit off. Not expecting Jacob to get there as fast as he did.
Very close still, though, in this series. As we're in game number 1. Only 1 goal up for NRG, but Kronovi trying to equalize it. Backboard pass there goes to nobody. A shot down to Lachinio as he sits in net. Kronovi trying to move it upfield, but Jacob is going to be in position to take it, but Lachinio follows through hard as he moves that one down towards that orange, and NRG now on offense. Firebird going to wait patiently, maybe not having enough boost to do anything. Good passing play. Jacob intercepted there by Kronovi as he pushes that one to the side. Now Over0 has a chance to move it forward. Can he keep control? A flick to Kronovi, but no boost. Or maybe recognizing it was way out of his reach. Sits down instead, lets Lachinio at midfield take that as NRG moves back up the field. Jacob going so hot today. Just missing on that touch, though. Always in the right spot, and that's a guy you want to start watching out for. Kronovi with a long shot up to Over0, the finish. What a passing play. Heads up from Over0.
Strong shot from Over0 coming from above, and these are not easy angles to make. We see the good clear from Kronovi, and Over0 getting just underneath it, rotating his car upside down to just continue its flow, give it a little more power, keep it with its speed.
Great play from G2 to tie it up with 40 seconds left in game number 1, and they're looking pretty good. Especially with NRG being one of the stronger teams in this series. It looks like G2 has woken up a bit. Good save from Kronovi as he just gets in the way as an onslaught of attack comes from NRG, but finally a hole here for Lachinio to push through. Out of boost. He's going to get a little trapped at midfield as everyone tries to get control. Smart play here is all they need to do. Sad Jr. pushes that one out. Over0 is going to try to get away, but Fireburner creeping up from behind. Sends that back down into the G2 end. A long shot from Lachinio on target. Sad forced to get up into the way of that one. Puts it in a nice spot to the side, killing off any offensive pressure there from G2. And if this goes wide, this might see an overtime in game number 1 of NRG and G2, and it looks like G2's woken up.
It was close. Sad Jr. getting that save last second, and also great placement from the tight angle he had. That was quite impressive.
On the attack, 2-on-1, scary spot, but Fireburner commits to that hit and pushes through hard. Jacob trying to help him move that ball down towards that G2 end. Kronovi, good pass over to Over0 as he moves that up to Lachinio. Nice intercept there. Fireburner moves back. Jacob trying to push that through. Sad Jr. does get control of it. A demo scoring opportunity now as it's a 3-on-2 until Kronovi gets back in the play. There he is. Now they have a chance to move up themselves. G2 with a roll up. Lachinio is going to lose out on that 50-50 there to Sad Jr., but they are getting trapped in their own end. NRG in a weird spot right now. Have to make a breakout. Here's a chance for them. Over0 a bit overcommitted. Tries to keep control. 2 people out of the way. Smart play from Kronovi as he maintains patience. Passing play coming out as Lachinio goes in for a demo, but a little bit too wide. He will back off and allow his teammates to try to get another play started up here.
Kronovi has quite the reputation of being a
scary spot.
Almost a nice long shot. But he's got quite the reputation of being a striker, but today, at least in this game so far, he's just been looking out for teammates. He's been tapping it to his teammates on the side. He's been trying to clear it out to them, giving Over0 an opportunity, giving Lachinio opportunities. I'm really enjoying to see this kind of new mentality that I haven't seen much out of him.
Well, it's something that I think helped them back in Season 1 win that series. Kronovi's such a smart player, and they need to capitalize on that skill set. Seems to be what they're doing right now. But Fireburner with a chance to put one on target. He will find the back of the net, and that's going to be NRG taking game number 1 with 1:38 into overtime.
Jacob's flick up to Fireburner. It didn't look like much, but it kept that height on it. Let Fireburner have the opportunity to keep power and height, put it away from the defender. I am words all over the place today.
I got you, bro.
My voice is all over the place. My mind's all over the place. Anyways, NRG getting that first game though, getting them a little bit of a sigh of relief. They do still have to win 2 more, but being up ahead in the series always gives you that little bit like, okay, we have some padding. We have a little bit of room to maybe make mistakes. So not that I want them to make mistakes or that they want to make mistakes, but they don't have to feel so like destroyed when they do make a mistake because they have a little bit of room to play now.
Yeah, I mean, anyways, good game between them. I mean, G2 was looking a lot better than we've seen them in previous series. Passing plays were very strong. They were getting close to finishing off. I mean, it would have been much closer had Overzero gotten that first one. Just a little overconfidence. They didn't make that mistake again throughout the rest of that game. We're just going to make sure they don't make that mistake at all throughout the rest of the series. This could go either way between these two teams, but Jacob is looking so good right now. Every single touch he gets on offense has been so good for their team and just setting up an amazing plays for NRG.
That's what we know Jacob and Sad Jr. do, especially for Fireburner, as we just saw again at the end. Setting up a shot for Fireburner. They know how that play works. But G2, we've talked a lot about, when we analyze their play and we try to think about, like, what are they doing? What could they do better? I think we've kind of all had this kind of agreement that Kronovi is a really good defender. He's great at solid. He's got insane placement. He always knows where his teammates are. So we saw him do that a little bit more this game, and it kind of showed that it worked. He was able to pass it up to his teammates, give him the shots they need and the passes they need to help them thrive.
Game number 2, NRG versus G2 Esports. NRG sitting up 1-0 in this best of 5. G2 wants to look to take the second one. Kronovi gets a quick early one. What a nice way to do it.
Just as I talk about him being a passing play, never mind. He's going to follow that all the way through and get the second touch. Pulling out the defender, not expecting that second touch.
No.
Kronovi showing just how skilled he is with that car.
That's so hard to predict, especially the first one. It's such a high lob. And then the second tough, you don't expect anyone to make those touches. But Kronovi does as they try to get another one. Lichinio putting one on target. Back to midfield. Jacob trying to get that past Kronovi, but he gets in the way. And a second follow-up, he does it again, but this time a play opportunity. Sad Jr. has to get the touch. Overzero hoping for the best, but Sad does get that one pushed out, but is still on the attack. As G2, Kronovi looking to keep that one in. There's a push on target by Lichinio. Sad Jr. once again in net. Keeps that one out. Jacob up to the midfield as Fireburner carries that one past, but there's Lichinio ready on defense. A demo there on Kronovi leaves only Overzero net, but missed there. Thankfully it went to the side for G2 as they can recuperate here. A pinch in favor of G2 as they move back down towards NRG's side. Soft touch there, going to go in the hands of Sad Jr. Lichinio to back off as Fireburner and Sad move up the field. As they move down, Kronovi up to Lichinio. Overzero will have to carry this one instead. Good touch forward. Lichinio off the backboard, tries to get an intercept, but Sad is there. Staying strong on defense. We see Sad always coming in strong in the right spot on D to get that ball cleared back to midfield and allowing Fireburner and Jacob to strike, creating some offensive opportunities here. With a minute and a half in, though, G2 still sits up 1-0 from that amazing shot from Kronovi.
So many demos coming in. We actually see G2 attempting. I saw Kronovi try and take Sad Jr. at a net earlier, but Sad Jr. just happened to start boosting away from him and end up hitting the post, which, if either of these teams miss a demo, it could be detrimental.
Long clear to the side from Sad. Jacob is able to push that one past Kronovi, but not past Overzero. As he puts that one up, and a boost steal could give them a chance on offense if they can get it there. Missed touch there for Kronovi. Lichinio does get back in time, recognizing the mistake, able to keep it out of the box. Good rotations from G2. Jacob coming from the far side, flanking in hard, trying to get one on net, doing his best to keep that pressure on. But it does make its way back to midfield. Fireburner waiting for Jacob to get a touch out, but misses on that one. Will be in G2's favor as they try to push that towards the box. No finish there in front of the net, though. This could be a scoring opportunity, but no third in. We'll give Jacob a way more than enough time to contest that one. Scary spot for NRG as they let that one go out into the box there. 2.5 minutes left, and G2 Esports still sitting with only a 1-goal lead. NRG looking to equalize. Jacob now up to Sad Jr. as he makes a push forward. There's Fireburner with a shot potential. Can he find the eye of the needle? He cannot, as that gets stopped out on defense. That wall, good communication there, letting Kronovi push past both Lichinio and Overzero. As they move back on the attack, Overzero patient on this one. He sees Jacob with the touch, finally stealing that one away once he sees the best opportunity. There's a shot potential for Kronovi there. Sad Jr. up preemptively, but a finish from Overzero. 2-0 now for G2 Esports, looking to take game number 2.
Sad Jr. caught in a tough place. As soon as he saw Kronovi was closer to the ball than him, he had to wait for Kronovi's shot. But that means he was backing up, had no momentum, couldn't push it out. He couldn't put it to the corner like he wanted, and it let the follow-up happen with Over0.
Smart from Over0 to be patient on that, knowing a hard touch wasn't going to come out from Sad, and they will set themselves ahead. Now 2-0. NRG looking to get a play started up here. Jacob setting that one up nicely with a shot on net. What a setup coming out from Jacob.
Sad Jr. sees his opportunity. Jacob notices his teammate is way up there, gives him the shot. It's not even just a pass. It was like perfectly placed. Like, I'm going to give you time to turn around, go up, get the angle, and have power for the shot. Great placement pass from Jacob, and a great shot from Sad Jr.
I wonder if that's a turtle hat that Jacob's wearing, because he's been upside down so much in both these series. Looking so strong mechanically, and it pays off for NRG as they get a goal. Only one more to pull it back now. They were down a goal the rest of the series, though, but a stuff through from Jacob. Can he finish it off? Kronovi getting in the way. Smart play and good block from Jacob. Preemptively up, and just he is going off right now for their team. Sad pushed up too far. Fireburner forced to get in the way there. Could have been a scary spot for the defense of NRG as Jacob was trying to rush back. They do manage to recuperate, get back on offense with 1 minute remaining. This is a difficult spot for NRG. They're going to have to start to commit a little bit more than they probably want to here as they have to get a goal. Good touch from Kronovi to put that one back on target, but the hand over goes to Sad Jr. Fireburner trying to get a read on that defensive touch from Over0. We'll get pushed to the side. G2 now on a push forward. Kronovi with possession. Scary thing. Only a simple flick up, though, and Jacob will steal that one away. Sad. Jacob moving up the field. Jacob with a touch forward to Fireburner. They're going to finish it off and tie it up with 30 seconds left.
G2 had the lead. They overcommit. We see Over0 come up. Lachino not able to get back in time. And the passing plays from Jacob to Fireburner again. I've watched him score too many times today.
It's incredible. And in all honesty, if you see even Jacob coming up at you when you're on defense, you can guarantee Fireburner is close behind, ready for a pass, and it's probably going to follow through with a shot to the far side. Fireburner just missing out on that one, his accuracy failing him there. But Sad Jr. steals it away with a shot on net. Over0 not spawning in time. And there it is. NRG pulling it back with 14 seconds left. What a turnaround.
Lachino looked like he was running out of boost. He couldn't keep this up. Sad Jr. noticing. As soon as he realized he wasn't going to keep carrying that, he's like, I can just read the ball. I don't need to worry about Lachino touching this out of my way. And the demo and Over0, leaving the net wide open, giving them the lead with only 14 seconds.
Now we see G2 in that spot. Down a goal, a double whiff on the kickoff here. Leaves that in Over0's hands. A push forward to Kronovi, but a little bit too far forward. Can he get a finish here? He has to get a push forward. Over0 puts it on target, but no finish there. Lachinio tries, but it bounces so weird. So close for G2 to put that one in, but NRG is going to take game number 2 in this series of 5 against G2 Esports.
That is one of the harder shots to take. And I feel for Over0 on that. It was such a close opportunity. A really good attempt, honestly. If he put that in, it would have been pretty nuts. And the fact that he was that close was still pretty nuts. But NRG just eking out these victories, getting so close to losing them. That means I'm liking this G2. I'm liking seeing them. They're working so much better. They're a little more efficient. They're not dedicating too many people to the ball. But again, they still have to be aware that you want to rotate back in time. We did see we saw 2 open nets. The demos from NRG just being a little bit too much.
Well, again, they're trying so hard, and it's working out. They kept this game so close, just gave it up a little bit at the end there. The push from NRG just worked out to pull themselves back in the series. And as you said, those demos was so critical to getting that last goal there that put themselves ahead as Over0 wasn't able to spawn in time. And that's something that G2 is going to have to work out for. And they're playing so smart right now. Kronovi is so strong. All 3 of them looking out for each other right now and just watching out for touches. Over0 almost sinking the last one in. But it's so hard when Fireburner and Jacob are playing so hot right now.
They honestly are.
It's
I don't think
nuts.
Fireburner's missed more than like a few shots. I'm actually curious to know if he's increased his shot percentage after this week. He probably has. I mean, he's just been exceptional so far in almost every game we've seen him in. But to no credit, or to definitely credit to Jacob and Sad Jr., who are just always getting up there, making those tight touches. You know, you have this advantage when you're playing 2-man up and 1-man back, is that those 2 guys can just commit as hard as they want because they have the safety of a defender.
Well, you're absolutely right. It just shows how strong NRG is when Sad Jr. doesn't really have to show up much right now.
Pass from Jacob.
Because his teammates are doing so well, but a touch back, and he's in a bad spot as it's going to sink in. as Lichinio puts that one in front of Sad and he puts it in his own net.
An incredible pass from Jacob, but this second touch, Overzero trying to force Sad Jr. not able to put it to the corner. I think Overzero may have bumped Sad Jr. as he was about to make contact with that, so he ended up putting it almost onto his own net.
Tough situation there. You're just saying Sad has been the defender for them lately, but a little pushed up too far forward, gives a goal to G2, but an answer going to come in, and Jacob almost getting the second touch as Kronovi puts that one off the wall, or sorry, Overzero puts that one off the wall. Fireburner will try to keep the pressure on here as Sad Jr. makes a miss. Now G2 with a chance to push forward. Kronovi bringing up the rear, puts that one on target, but it will get saved out. Oh, Overzero passes that one back, saves it first. Sad, he didn't even need to. Lichinio on defense, forced by Fireburner to make a move, but he gets the 50-50. Now Kronovi gets the 50-50 as they move back on offense out front. Scary spot, Fireburner put that one out, but Lichinio wasn't in the best spot to take a shot. Now a flick here from Overzero. They both know that that's coming. He's in the Batmobile. There's a flick incoming. They both get up to block that one out. That one goes to the side. Ooh, miss there from Overzero, gives a chance for Jacob and Sad Jr. to create an attack here as Jacob pushes that one past Kronovi. Not past Lichinio, though. That gets pushed to the side. Fireburner out of play, but bumps Lichinio, forcing Kronovi to move up instead. Now a little bit crumpling here. We'll give a chance for Jacob to move on attack, but good patience from Overzero. A double fake out there, and now the flick. Those are the mix-ups I was looking for. He knew he got black last time. He's like, not this time, guys.
Something he actually excels at, slowing that game down. When the game is just fast-paced, slam after slam, everyone's smashing across the field, trying to get those shots in. The moment you slow the play down is the moment that the other team has to all of a sudden recollect themselves.
Overzero up in the air, trying to get a touch towards the net. Can't quite finish that one off. Jacob will push that up to Sad. Sad tries to get it. But that's no Fireburner, so it will get stopped out. Oh, Lichinio! Montage time. He puts one in with a nice double tap.
He generally sometimes has quiet games, but Lichinio, such an exceptional player, getting a couple more, making sure he rotates his card perfectly, top of the card, getting the power down into net with one of the tightest angles you can possibly get from just above the crossbar. Lichinio, just an incredible player.
Lichinio putting that one in to put him up in the series. 3 minutes left now with G2 versus NRG in game number 3. NRG sitting up 2-0 in the series. If they win this one, they will walk away with a 3-0 in the series, leaving G2 with still no wins. But they are sitting up 2-0, looking pretty strong in game number 3. Trying to walk away with a win here. Overzero with a nice long clear. Sorry, back to Kronovi. G2 pushing that one up on attack. That's going to drop down in front of the box. Jacob in a weird spot. Kronovi with a chance to score. That's going to be it. In defense in a weird spot. Kronovi capitalizing. 3-0 lead for G2.
G2 kept this far away. Lichinio's contest right there is actually a good reason why this was able to put itself in a good position. Jacob was trying to retreat back, but as soon as Lichinio came in for that, a pitch off the back wall came way over him. Jacob was expecting a light bounce on the ground, able to follow through, get it to the corner.
2 minutes left. NRG on the attack now, but a little bit of hesitation. We'll get that one back to midfield. Overzero keeps the momentum moving forward for G2 down to NRG side, but will be met up by Sad Jr. with a shot on net. Kronovi, easy block for him. Straight shot. Fireburner from Jacob, reading that pass well, but Kronovi forcing his way through. Leaves them to go on to defense. Fireburner with another demo. We've seen these work out for them before. Sad Jr. can't finish. Jacob with the shot, or sorry, Fireburner with the shot after the pass from Jacob. And Sad, and there's the finish as they just put on pressure. 3-1, only 2 goals left for them.
Passing plays unreal. Fireburner with good placement, but 2 G2 players coming up for it. Sad Jr. noticing last second he needs to come in for this. He's the closest man. We talked about it a little bit earlier in a Telestrator segment of knowing when you need to be the one to rotate or when you should be coming in because you're the closest one.
3-1 with 1:43. Kronovi trying to make it 4-1 there. Nice long clear from Jacob as they move up on the attack. Fireburner going to back off, not committing to anything there. Smart from him. Sad picks this one up, but bullied from Kronovi and Lichinio in the corner. And a nice shot, though, from Kronovi as he makes his way back in the rotation. It doesn't matter. He can take a shot from anywhere.
I mean, that's definitely not an understatement. The angle he just got on that puts it perfectly into the center, and that even though it's facing backwards and retreating, ball's coming from left to right. These guys are exceptional. Every single player on this field, these games are what we thrive to see.
It's amazing. I love when both teams are playing at their best. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. But 4-1 lead for G2. Potentially extending it now, but Zero missed out on that one. They're looking to take game number 3 pretty convincingly. And that's going to be great momentum going into the next game if they can keep this up. But it is not over yet. With a minute left, 3 goals. NRG has every chance to pull this one back, as long as they don't give up any more goals. G2 with a nice play starting up here. Back pass over Zero, but Jacob finds his way through. Can he put it in? He does. Kronovi can't get back in time. Only 2 goals now in 50 seconds.
What on earth happened here? Zero got that first touch, tried to slow it down just a little bit too much. If you're last man on defense, you do not want to slow that down right in front of net, especially against a team that knows they're down by a few amount of goals and they're going to be putting on the pressure.
Well, the issue is committing to anything, and he committed to that front flip expecting a hit, and that's where he threw himself out of position. And they will find a goal in the back of their net, but they are still in the lead, and they just have to make sure they play smart. NRG will be coming in full force. Every time he's upside down. I told you, every time, and it almost always works out for them. Jacob puts one out to Sad. Sad off the back border. He's just going to try to find a spot. Fireburner trying to put it in. No, they can't finish it, as they had an opportunity there, and now they'll have to rush back as G2 pushes that one back onto offense. A demo there gives them a little more breathing room, as Zero will reset back in his own end. A touch across from Jacob, intercepted by Lichinio, flying up very quickly. Kronovi up quick there too, but Sad was there before him. Sad pushed that one to the other end with 5 seconds left. I don't see this happening as we hit that 0 second. They can at least get one more, but no win for them. And G2 gonna take a win, finally a win against NRG there.
They just took their first step up the struggle hill they're gonna have to do to try and take the series back. They are down 2-1 in this series. They do have a chance. We saw them come alive in that. A lot of great plays, a lot of good passes, a lot of good individual plays, just showing their mechanical skill. Lichinio, Kronovi, both those players, we can see them really awakening. I love seeing Lichinio up on offense, and I feel like it's something they don't really do as much. I haven't seen him much on offense a lot in this season, and I think he can pull off some of the wildest things. I'm a personal fan of just his mechanical skill and what he can pull off. But NRG, as you said, Jacob, for some reason, just upside down the entire game, but it doesn't seem to matter to him. He seems to have a better view from that angle, because he is making some incredible passes out to his teammates, just giving them pressure from 0 to nothing.
Well, again, G2 taking game number 3. They're looking to get this reverse sweep right now, and it's playing strong. I mean, Zero, the only one without any shots. It looks like they're just letting Lichinio and Kronovi go off, and really that's all they have to do. If that's working out, do it. I mean, we've seen NRG essentially have 2 people on offense, and that's it the entire time, with Sad waiting back. You know, maybe it's an off day. You let that person stay back and let your stronger players move forward at the time. It's working out for them, and we'll see if they can continue that coming to the next game.
It's also a matter of adapting mid-series. I mean, maybe Zero's just not feeling it. Sometimes you're not very confident in your skill. You miss a couple of shots that you know you should have. You get really down on yourself, so your teammates need to pick that up. It's like, you know what? Don't take any more shots then. Let's not put pressure on you. Be positioned, give us the ball. Don't take any crazy hits that you have to make shots of, or else the pressure's going to be on, and we'll start doing that. So, I mean, that could be something they did mid through the series.
And that's what G2 is good at, and very, very smart players understanding what they have to do to win a series, and they're looking to do it right now. Good stuff out there from Kronovi. Sad Jr. had a shot, a miss there. Would have been a goal, but Kronovi ain't going to let that happen. Ooh, very hard pinch. Not really much in the favor of NRG, but they will try to keep that one on target. Actually, it almost works out. Fireburner tries to come in for the finisher. But game number 4, NRG has to win this one. G2 still needs to win 2 more games in this series to bring it to game number 5 to finally get their first series win. Looking to do it right now as they are on attack, but lose control of that one. NRG is going to capitalize and move that one back down the field towards G2's end. As Kronovi rolls it around the corner, but the rest of G2 all set up in net, are ready for him push out. Kronovi to the far side, but an open net, the demo, almost resulting in a goal. Kronovi forced to get back hard with a long shot, almost making it back the other way into NRG's end. Sad is going to keep that one out.
NRG with these demos, they take them and then they immediately just drop back to position. They don't even watch to see what happens because of it. They understand, like, we're just going to do this, mess things up. We're going to play how we're usually going to play, and if it gives us a goal, it gives us a goal.
G2 trying to get out of their own end. NRG putting a lot more pressure on in the first minute and a half of this game. Fireburner has to keep this one aside. Another demo there. And you said it, so many demos for NRG coming out, and it's working out for them. They're doing it in the smartest possible times. Off the backboard, scoring opportunity, but over 0. Getting that plank of wood in the way. Down the other end, a nice long shot. Going to be on target. No, a little bit wide. Fireburner keeps that one to himself instead of giving away possession. It's a mistake you see a lot of people make sometimes. Just give that away, but he keeps it to himself, and that'll allow them to move back onto attack. But a quick turnaround as G2 moves back down towards NRG's end. Snake try to get a play started up. Kronovi trying to at least just keep the pressure on, be a nuisance to give his teammates some more time to move in with a shot. So Fireburner over 0 will back off and finally get control of it. Off the wall, Jacob getting in the way, up very quickly. He stuffs out Lichinio, but can't get it past Kronovi as he moves that back up midfield. No team getting a real play started up here. This could be their opportunity. Kronovi couldn't get that one in front of the net. That will move back down to midfield as Sad Jr. tries to get that play moving forward, but they aren't able to break out properly, and they find themselves back in their corner here. And half flip to keep control of that one from Kronovi as they move back down, and G2 just so strong at that midfield line. A smart play from Kronovi, and he's going to be able to get a pass, confusing the defenders. What a play from Kronovi.
Understanding he is the last man. Sad Jr. doesn't know what he can do here. He tries to get the touch for Kronovi, ends up not actually getting anything. In situations like that, if you're last defender, you need a teammate to come across and contest that for you. Last second you saw there was an attempt, but he couldn't get there before
it was
Kronovi
too late
could put
at
the shot
that
on
point.
target.
Kronovi just coming in strong to get the first one for G2 Esports in game number 4. NRG looking to take this series 3-1 if they can get 2 more goals themselves in the lead. But they are down for now, and that's going to be their main focus, is at least tying this one up. And breaking out of their own end, they're having difficulties. Finally, a chance here. If Jacob can get control. A demo, saw that one coming from a mile away, sets up Fireburner off the backboard. No finish here, though, as they are all committed really hard. One hard clear here could be a goal. Kronovi tries for it, recognizing the opportunity, but doesn't get quite a hard enough hit there. Ball will sit at midfield, and Lichinio will set on target. Kronovi trying to come down for some crazy play there as he tries to get a read off of that save in net, but doesn't work out for them. Good, valiant effort here. Kronovi keeping possession at midfield. A good flick up to over 0. That's still going to go in, though, as the defenders can't get to it. 2-0 lead for G2.
Kronovi noticed that Jacob was coming back to net. Sad Jr. was coming to contest him, so he gets the flick. I actually don't even think he would have expected that to go in. He was trying to get the flick up high, force the defender to go get the touch, push it to the corner, and then Kronovi was in a good place to contest it in the opposite corner. But when Sad Jr. came up to contest it, he left the net wide open.
G2 playing so smart right now. Kronovi playing so smart right now. He is a scary sight to see when he has possession of that ball. If you're NRG, Fireburner with a hard recorrect there to get possession. You knew Kronovi was creeping up and had to get back to that at least. Doesn't matter if you waste the boost. If touch up here could be a goal scoring opportunity. Jacob tries to get the read off of Lichinio as he pushes that one to the side. Doesn't connect with it, so that will be still in the corner. As NRG tries to put that one in front of the net. 30 seconds left for NRG to score 2 goals. As G2 tries for another one. Weird bounce there, leaves Kronovi out of position. Over 0, the last one back, keeps the pressure on. Lichinio, Kronovi setting up, but over 0 going to be able to get this one as a Spider-Man miss from Sad Jr. gives G2 a 3rd one.
NRG, just at this point, probably accepting defeat. That save was relatively easy. I guess he wasn't able to get up quick enough for it. Thought he had a little bit more time. But that is not particularly the kind of play you see coming at NRG. But they know they had 20 seconds left, 2 goals left.
It is tough. It is tough at that point. I mean, 3 goals against G2 who are playing so hot right now. It's likely not to happen with 10 seconds left. We're going to say this one's going over to G2 Esports. NRG will not give up, though. Try to at least get one more. Coming into game at number 5, we see G2 Esports playing a lot better than we've seen them in the past few weeks. Looks like that rumble woke them up, and they are ready to go. Lichinio's not there, but over 0 Kronovi, they're dancing show they are, as they take game number 4, 3-0 against NRG, and they're looking to take this sweep.
I mean, I know they've been boot camping a lot lately, especially after putting themselves in the position they have. It was definitely kind of their fault they did that. They weren't able to get a lot of practice in those first 2 weeks. They put themselves down 0-3, but you can tell that they've definitely been practicing a lot, making sure their positions are a little more solidified. We don't see them dedicating too many people to a ball. There were also problems with a little bit of ball chasing from some players here and there. NRG doing their best, but maybe getting caught off guard by what G2's throwing their way.
Again, I've seen some uncharacteristic plays from Sad Jr. this series. Not playing the best. I mean, we saw donuts from earlier on him, 0-0-0-0. I think that I did that many.
Yep.
Let's not try to count.
No, you're good.
And Sad Jr.
I can count that high.
Yeah, and I think that's why he's just been sitting back. He's been doing great on defense, but a missed touch there. Just kind of, again, we like to say it, nail and coffin at the end there. 3-0 for G2 Esports as they take game number 4. But game number 5 is anybody's game, as NRG could take this one. Both teams looking still very strong. I mean, we've seen Jacob and Fireburner just playing out of their minds with each other this series.
I was hoping more than anything it would be like Neo Tokyo.
I was hoping with a couple
that would have been
haymakers.
hilarious. But game 5, exactly what we hope to see out of G2 and NRG. Both of them just fighting tooth and nail for this victory.
Luchino waiting patiently for Overzero to move up on that one as we start into game number 5. G2 Esports looking to take their first series win in a league play for the RLCS Season 2. NRG, though, looking to keep strong on the leaderboards. We'll see if they can do that. Either one of these teams has a chance to pull away in the series as we're tied 2-2 in game number 5. As both teams try to find that first opportunity. Jacob trying to create one with a bump in the net there, being a bully, but it doesn't work out to anything for their team. Luchino and Kronobi in a bad spot, though. Kronobi can't get back as Sad Jr. finds a nice spot to settle that ball.
Too much commitment. Overzero putting that over to the sidewall. He probably didn't want to do that because you know it's going to bounce right back in the middle. You should have been a little bit patient. You didn't really need to make a touch there. No one was going to follow up on that, but in his defense, both Kronobi and Luchino were in the same corner. They didn't go to net.
Absolutely. Very rough spot to make those decisions. What would have been a better one is hard to say at this point because it didn't happen, and it is 1-0 lead for NRG, but Kronobi trying to set up a play for Overzero. Will he set this one down for Luchino? Kronobi, no, going to fall through. Or, sorry, was Luchino off the crossbar so hard.
That hit off of an NRG player into the crossbar.
Jeez. Insane shot, but those are the opportunities that G2 is going to want to look out for. Another one, bounce shot in front of the net. Scary spot, Jacob. Thankfully for NRG was the one to connect with that ball. As G2 backs off, back down into their own end. A miss there from Kronobi will set Luchino Overzero back onto defense. They're going to have to reset this push forward. They try to get a scoring opportunity created here. Overzero rolls this one out in front of the net, but Sad Jr. with control. Luchino Kronobi knowing that would happen, waited back patiently. Luchino up. Off the backboard and finish from Kronobi. Kinekyam, a good touch from Fireburner there, and that will stay out of the box. But G2 isn't done yet as Overzero moves in. Get the stuff passed off the crossbar. Kronobi's not done. Here comes Luchino. Can't get a shot, but he might be able to set it down. What? Did he put that in, or did it go off someone else?
No, he put that in. That was absolutely insane.
No.
I watched him come up for this. He gets up just in time, slams it right into net.
I was literally just saying there's no way he could put that in, and then he does it.
This is why I love seeing Luchino on offense. He is just a monster.
Oh my goodness, Luchino, 2 of those now in this series. And he finds the most ridiculous angle to tie this one up. With 3 minutes left, 2-2 in the series, 1-1 in this game. Both these teams looking strong, but the commentator curse coming in, and it's now 2-1 as NRG sets themselves ahead.
It's a clinical pass. Jacob following that through, getting the second touch. He used everything he had left for that. He used probably the rest of his boost. Got the second flip just in time to make sure he still scooped up underneath it. Passing it over to, yes, yet again, Fireburner.
Of course it was. It's always those two. You can just assume that at this point as Fireburner Jacob looking so strong on offense, but a quick answer almost coming out from G2 as Overzero sets that one down lightly in front of the net. The pressure unrelentless from G2 right now as they try to get another one started up here. Patience from Kronobi. Overzero committing a little bit too hard there. Will set up a chance for Sad Jr. to put one in. Luchino can't get back in time. And now a 3-1 lead for NRG.
This was a problem, slowing it down a little bit too much. Luchino and Overzero. Overzero was right next to Kronobi. I don't think he expected Kronobi to slow it down on purpose. Kronobi's actually patiently waiting to try and force a 50-50 situation so it would bounce off the sidewall, maybe center again. Too much commitment, though. and that's going to give a scary padding to NRG.
Those are the things got to be watching out for your teammates. Otherwise, you end up in a situation where you're down, and almost another one for NRG there. 2.5 minutes left. 3-1 for NRG. Can an answer come out here? A pop-up. That might be going in. Okay, 3,000 monkeys and a half, and that almost rolls in, but does finally get pushed out by Jacob. What?
Please don't make me laugh. I sound horrible. I sound absolutely horrible right now.
Overzero almost finding the far side there, as he can't put that one in. Almost 2 minutes left, lots of time for them. They're still playing very strong right now. G2 getting these opportunities, but NRG just barely keeping these ones out. Chance for NRG. Sad Jr. will back off as Overzero pushes it forward. Kronovi will keep possession of this one. See, air dribbles that one over Sad Jr. A flick up from Overzero to Lichinio. Can he do another one? No, he can't. Fireburner does get in the way in time. Good defense from NRG to keep that play out. Good try from G2, though. As they try to get one here. Touch needs to come out. Kronovi out of the play here. Lichinio will go off the wall. Can he get that one over? But a little bit too high. A little bit too ambitious on that wall hit, and they will not be able to put on target. They've been on offense a lot here, but with a minute left, they really need to start getting some goals, because NRG really just has to keep a strong defense, and that's how they'll walk away with a win here.
Somehow they're able to defend some of these wild opportunities that G2 is making. But as you said, with only a minute left, 2 goals is going to be hard to score against a team like NRG.
This could be an opportunity here if they can get it out. Fireburner does get a soft touch on that, keeps it to the side. 45 seconds left for G2. They're back down in their own end. Overzero does get that one up to Kronovi. Kronovi, the push forward to the corner. Fireburner won't let that touch to go in front of the net. That will head back down to midfield. A little bit too pushed up here. No one is able to get a really good touch on that one. Lichinio finally moving it forward, but Fireburner in a good spot to push it back. 25 seconds left now for G2. They are struggling to break out of their own end now. They need to get a play started up. If they want to take their one opportunity, their final chance here to get a win in league play, they really need this. A push forward, 9 seconds left. They did get one. Right now they have a chance, but to the side, it looks like they might not have the opportunity to do so. And with 1 second left, that's going to be it. NRG stuffs out that valiant effort from G2 Esports. They're just going to let them. Jacob's like, yeah, go for it.
No, Lichinio.
No, so close. A good sportsmanship coming up from NRG, though, letting them try to get that last one. But such a good attempt from G2. They're woken up, and coming into the next series, I feel like they are just going to be so strong, and I can guarantee you we're going to see a win from them in league play.
For me
today.
Personally, in league play, this is the best I've seen G2 play. Whatever they've done, they're kind of a little bit different positioning. I'm loving seeing Lichinio come up for some of those shots. I think people might underestimate the skill he has, just some of the things he can do. That insane angle from the top. I hope we get to see that in the replay. But NRG, I want to give credit to them. They fought well through these last 2 series, even with the complications in the first series, probably getting a little frustrated. They still were able to go against a G2 that was pretty awake.
Well, there it is. NRG took that one in game number 5. G2 playing the best. As Beer just said, we've seen them in league play. We're going to go back to the desk and see what they thought about that match.
Thank you, Leaf and Finable Carpet. What an excellent match. Another sneaky win there from NRG. Second match in a row where it goes all the way to 5 games, and NRG pulls it out in the end. G2 Esports finally showing up a little bit, which we've been waiting for. Let's take another look at that one in the form of the Mobile One High Performance Replay.
Yeah, as Carpet said, that was the best we've seen from G2 this entire league play. And games 1 and 2 were really close. Both went 3-2, and one went to a really long overtime as well. Beautiful pass from Jacob. Throughout the entire series, it was all Jacob on assists. He only had 6 shots, but he set up so many plays.
These wall passes, like you see there from him over to Fireburner. It was Fireburner and Sad Jr. doing all the scoring off the bat, but it was those setups, those wall plays from Jacob that enabled them to have this super, super aggressive offense.
Plus, once in a while, it was just bad rotation for G2, but Lichinio, that was like 1 shower a week dirty.
No,
That's
that was
great
ridiculous.
of a play
There was that one, and then there was the one in Game 5 from Lichinio.
And then that from Kronovi, the dribble fake was amazing. And here we go again, Lichinio. See, like G2 make amazing highlights, but they just can't put the full package together and get the wins. And really, The full package was not there for this series because of Over Zero. Over Zero just did not look.
No,
well,
he was. I
like,
mean,
he
we
was
saw
pretty rough.
Kronovi clearly MVP
Yeah,
for
for
G2
G2,
with
yeah.
14 saves, ridiculous
He
on
had
defense.
9 saves in game 1.
9 saves in the first game. The guy was a monster, had 13 shots as well. And then, yeah, you're watching, Leaf was like, I didn't think there's any way Lichinio could hit that angle. It's like, yeah, but it's Lichinio. If anybody can hit
Yeah.
that angle, he can hit literally anything. And it was Over Zero. There was a lot of whiffing on his side, just leaving some openings and letting Fireburner and Sad Jr. take those shots.
Yeah, we got to see some acrobatic play here and there. The highlights we come to, I guess at this point, expect from Lichinio and Kronovi and Over Zero sometimes. But cool to see G2 Esports making some plays. Certainly, montages could be made of those games. And we're going to see G2 Esports again. They're going to be in our next match. They're going to be playing against Vindicator GG and G2 Esports. They're 0-4 right now. Is this their best opportunity to get themselves a win, finally, in RLCS? We're going to find out. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more Rocket League again. Coming up next is G2 Esports versus Vindicator GG. Stay tuned.